Hello everyone, welcome to today's video lecture on while loop in Python. At the end of this session, students will be able to write program using while loop. The following contents will be discussed in this particular video lecture. While loop and a program to illustrate while loop and how can we solve it. While loop, introduction to while loop. Now before coming to while loop, I'll just have an introduction about loop control structures. There's one concept called loop control structures. Suppose I want to find the sum of n numbers. What will I do? I'll repeat the sum value. If it is suppose 1, 3, 5, 7. So these are the odd numbers. I want to find a sum of it. What I'll do? I'll take first sum as 1. Then in the mathematics what I'll do? 1 plus 3, 4, 4 plus 5, 9, 9 plus 5, 9 plus 7, 16. Okay. What is happening? You are adding the previous sum to the next variable. So you are repeating the statements up to some target is achieved. So then I'm using the loop control statements. In loop control statements or the loop control structures, there are two things, that is the for loop and while loop. So today we will be discussing about the while loop. It is used to execute a block of statements repeatedly until a given condition is satisfied. So here they are saying the condition, not the exactly the last value up to what I should repeat it. So when the condition becomes false, the line immediately after the loop in the program is executed. While loop falls under the category of indefinite iteration, which means that the number of times the loop is executed isn't specified explicitly in advance. They have given just the condition, okay, up to what they have not said the anything. So when the condition is satisfied, it will go on repeating it. Syntax of while loop. While expression, statement. Statements represent all the statements indented by the same number of character spaces after a programming construct are considered to be a part of single block of code. So what does it mean? Whatever I am going to execute, so that will be a single block of code. I am writing it and then I am giving the indentation. Indentation is with respect to number of spaces. For systematic or the exact way, what is the block, how is the block running, how are the statements running. Python uses indentation as its method of grouping statements, whereas another languages like C, C++ or Java don't use the indentation concept. When a while loop is executed, expression is first evaluated in a Boolean context, and if it's true, the loop body is executed. In a Boolean context, it means whether it is true or false. Expression may be in the form of a relational operator between two variables or any other things. So when it is false, it comes out of the loop. This is the flowchart of while loop. Here there is a test expression and statements to be executed. Now suppose it is false, it will get executed from the loop. If it is true, statements will be executed. So this is how the flowchart of while loop looks. You are using a simple program to illustrate while loop. Now here they have given the initial condition as count equal to 0 while count is less than 3. So this count less than 3 is nothing but your expression. While expression count less than 3, count equal to count plus 1. So whenever the value comes around 3, it should come out. So count equal to count plus 1. What is this thing? It is 0 plus 1. Hello students will be printed. Again, it will come back. Now count value is 1 here. 1 is less than 3. Yes, it is true. What happens? Count plus 1. 1 plus 1, 2. Okay, hello students is printed. Now again, 2 is less than 3. 2 plus 1 is 3 for the next iteration. Now hello students is printed. When it comes to 3 less than 3, it goes out of the, and it will be a false condition. So then it comes out of the loop. While loop with continuous statement. What is there done? I'm using a continuous statement. So whatever the condition is given, it will skip and comes back to the beginning of the loop. Now whenever it encounters now I equal to 0, b equal to mechanical is a string, okay, while I less than b, it means I less than length of b, while I less than length of b, what happens if b of I equal to a? What do I mean by that? So if b I is nothing but the iterator value, so now a is stored or c is stored at a c, which means b of 2. Why if b of 2 equal to a or b of 2 equal to c? So this is true and this is false. So OR gate, what it happens, it will be true, then it skips that value and again goes back once again. Now 3 is less than whatever length of the thing. B of 3 is it is equal to h. It fails, it will be printed. Now again a, b of 4 equal to a, but here it is failing. Or b of 4 equal to c, no, any one thing, then it will skip. So this is how your while loop with continuous statement we are using, and this is the output obtained. So what happens here, c and a are not printed. While loop with break statement, same thing, I am using break. So what do you mean by, what is the use of break statement? It comes out of the loop, it will not go to the beginning of the loop, it will not skip the iteration. Here it comes out of the loop directly. When it encounters word called c, automatically m and a will be printed, all the other words will not be printed. The same thing while I less than a b, if b of I, automatically it comes out of the loop. So output will be current letter m and current letter e. Now pause this video for a few seconds and try to write answer to the following question. What will be the output of the following code I equal to 1 while true if I mod 3 equal to 0, break, print of I, then I plus or equal to 1. While true, it's true value. 1 mod 3 is equal to 0. No, it's not exactly equal to 0. It has some remainder, so it doesn't get break. 2 mod 3 equal to 0. Okay, it doesn't get. So what will be the output of this screen? So it will be 1 and 2. Now we'll be just taking a program to calculate sum of first n numbers. I want to find out sum of n numbers. So for that I'll take initial sum as 0, n equal to int, before that input enter the number up to what it should be repeated. Okay, but here when I click here, it's saying me as a string, so that's why I have to convert it into an integer value. While I less than or equal to n, sum equal to sum plus I plus or equal to 1. So it means I equal to I plus 1. Printf, sorry, it's not print the sum of n numbers is I'll just save this file. Save as sum. Already it is a Python file. Sum.py will be done. Run module I equal to 1. Run module 5 numbers. The sum of n numbers is 15. Here you have given this initial value, then I am taking the input up to what it has to be done. I equal to 1. 1 is less than or equal to 5. Yes, it is true. So first sum will be 1. Then again it goes on incrementing. 2. 2 is less than or equal to 5. 1 plus 2, 3. Then 3 is less than or equal to 5. Then 1 plus 2 plus 3. That is 3 plus 2, 5. 5 plus 1, 6. Again this 3 will be 4. So 6 plus 4, 10. Again 4 will be incremented to 5. 5 is less than or equal to 5. Yes, it is true. Then it will be 15. The final output will be printed afterwards, after it gets out of the loop. Now what about if I go for 6? 6 is less than or equal to 5? No, it will come here. These are the following references. Thank you.